The Jura F9 is a state-of-the-art super automatic coffee center with unique user-friendly touchscreen technology. With its new stainless steel-lined thermoblock system, it produces coffees and froths milk without downtime or purging. The F9 brews crema coffees, espressos, lattes, cafe mocha lattes, and cappuccinos. Makes 1 or 2 cups at a time, fresher than in a coffee bar. A gentle touch of the illuminated control panel and the F9 grinds, tamps, brews, and cleans up in less than a minute. It's that easy. The bright LED dialogue system displays easy-to-understand instructions and shows you what kind and size of coffee you're brewing. And just about any size cup will work with your F9. You can move the spout up and down to accommodate large and small cups. You can also place 2 cups underneath it. The F9 has a built-in commercial conical steel burr grinder, automatic cleaning cycles, and the unique Claris water filtration system, which purifies the water and eliminates decalcification. Its patented Dual Frother Plus allows you to both steam and froth milk right in your cup or into a pitcher for multiple lattes or cappuccinos. With its striking 3mm thick chrome alloy front and stainless steel grid, the F9 is the ideal coffee center for the high-tech kitchen or the executive office. It's safe to leave the F9 on all day. Whenever you feel like a cup of coffee, simply press the button. The Jura F9. Perfect system, perfect taste. Follow these quick steps when setting up your F9 for the first time, or when you set up after clearing your machine for storage or transport. Start by turning the machine on. The LED display will show you the F9's website address. For details on what you'll find there, see the instruction manual. Your F9 will begin heating up. The LED will ask you to wait while the internal parts warm to brewing temperature. Your F9 will first ask you to fill water. Pour fresh, cold water into the water tank. Now you'll be asked to fill system by pressing the water portion button. Place a cup underneath the frother and press the water portion button. Your F9 will then read System Filling. Water is being drawn into the internal pump and thermoblock heating system. As this water warms, it will help maintain the internal temperature of your machine. It's important to remember that the Claris water filter should not be installed before or during the initial setup. Small grains from the filter may cause blockage inside your machine. Install your Claris filter only after your F9's internal system has been filled with water. The Claris installation is shown later in the video. As your machine is heating, you may fill the bean container with whole beans. You may find traces of ground coffee in your new machine. This is normal. In order to correctly calibrate the burr grinder, coffee beans have been ground by your machine in the factory. Once your F9 is fully heated, the display will read Press Maintenance. This is the illuminated red button with the water droplets next to the on-off button. Press it to run a quick rinse cycle that will clean and warm all internal parts. It will ask you to select product, which tells you it's ready to brew your coffee selection. When using the machine for the very first time, we recommend grinding and brewing 2 cups and discarding them. This will remove any possible dust inside the machine and will assure the grinder dispenses the correct amount of coffee. Every morning when you turn on the F9, it will welcome you and let you know your machine is warming up. Once warmed, it will ask you to press Maintenance, which is the illuminated red button with the water droplets next to the on-off button. Press the Rinse button to run a quick, hot water cycle that cleans and warms all internal parts. Now the cup and strength options are illuminated and the display reads Select Product. You are now ready to brew coffee. There are 3 cup size choices: big cup, coffee, and espresso, and 3 strength options: mild, normal, and strong. First, select the coffee portion on the left of the control panel, and then select the strength. Later, we'll show you how you can change the settings for these selections. Here, we're making coffee strong. To brew a perfect cup, just touch the start symbol until the grinder starts. The F9 always brews in 2 steps. First, it infuses some hot water into the coffee, pauses for a few seconds, and then continues brewing. This 2-step brewing process brings out the maximum flavor. Let's try an espresso normal. Again, touch the start symbol until the grinder starts. The F9 works like commercial coffee espresso machines. It brews coffee under high pressure. This is what the majority of coffee experts feel is the best system for producing maximum flavor and aroma. The fine foamy layer on the top, called crema, is the trademark of pressure-brewed coffee. The crema is what traps the fine aromatics and the light gaseous flavors that register on the palate. You may want to change the grinder to a finer or coarser setting. With most beans, a medium grind will produce the thickest crema. With dark, oily beans, we recommend grinding at a somewhat coarser setting to avoid over-extraction. A quick reminder, adjustments to the grinder setting can only be made while the machine is grinding. Perhaps you have regular beans in your F9 bean container, but somebody would like a cup of decaf. You can use this funnel for pre-ground coffee, bypassing the grinder. Begin by selecting the cup size. Then press the scoop button for pre-ground coffee. The display will read Fill Powder. When you use the scoop button, you cannot choose the strength symbols on your panel that work with your grinder. The strength of your coffee will depend on how much pre-ground coffee you put in the funnel. Just fill a maximum of 2 scoops of ground coffee into this funnel, and press the start symbol to brew your decaf. This is also a great way to use flavored coffees. Flavored coffees are often coated, and by putting the pre-ground flavored coffee into the funnel, the residues stay out of the grinder. To make drinks with milk, you need to first push the steam button. The indicator light will begin blinking, and the control panel will read, "Your machine is heating," as your F9's internal temperature increases to produce steam. Your F9 comes equipped with the Dual Frother Plus. It's a frothing wand that has 2 positions. With the sleeve down, air and steam is pushed into the milk, and froth forms on top while the milk is heated. With the sleeve up, the milk is steamed and heated without creating froth. Once the red steam light is fully illuminated, the F9 is ready to steam and froth. Immerse the frother into your cup with milk and press the steam button. We suggest that you steam the milk first with the sleeve in the up position. Then, as the milk warms, push the sleeve down to create perfect froth. By steaming the milk before frothing, you assure that your froth is warm. When your milk is at the temperature you like, just press the steam button again to stop the flow of steam. Just place it under the coffee spout and add freshly brewed espresso to create the perfect cappuccino. If you're making multiple cups, you may prefer frothing in a pitcher. Again, start with the frother sleeve up in the steaming position to warm the milk. Press the steam portion button to begin. Once the milk warms, push the sleeve down to create rich, creamy froth. Press the steam portion button again to stop the flow of steam. Now just add the milk and froth to the espresso. Perfect. The F9's frother is simple to clean. Begin by cleaning the milk from the frother sleeve. Take a clean paper towel and hold it carefully under the hot water spout, and quickly start and stop a small stream of hot water by pressing the water portion button. Please be careful to keep your hands clear of the hot water stream. Take the wet towel and clean off the surface of the frother sleeve. The tip of the frother can be cleaned by simply placing an empty cup underneath the frother and rinsing another small stream of water through the nozzle. You can also remove the Dual Frother Plus. Please see the instruction manual for details. Another great use for the water portion button is for adding hot water to espresso to make an Americano. Place your espresso cup underneath the frother nozzle. Then press the water portion button to begin the flow of hot water. When you have enough hot water in your Americano, just press the water portion button again, this time to stop the flow. The water portion button can also be programmed to dispense a set amount each time it's pushed, and then shut off automatically. This is a great option for tea drinkers. Now that we've seen how the F9 works, let's look at how you can customize it to your preferences. Begin by pushing the P, or Programming button. The red arrow lights in the display will illuminate, indicating that you are in programming mode. By touching the red arrows, you can move between functions that you'd like to change. First, there's Filter. We'll be installing the Claris filter later, and we'll change this setting to Yes. Next, there's Hardness. 1 is soft, and 4 is very hard water. If you don't use the Claris filter, you'll need to set your F9 for the hardness of your water. For details, see the instruction manual. The Aroma function is a strength multiplier for all the cup symbols. By setting it to strong rather than standard, each and every cup of coffee will come out a bit stronger. The next function lets you choose between normal and high temperature for your coffee. The Water quantity function lets you change the size of your cups. We will show this later in the video. The 1 cup function refers to the 4th cup option that you can use for brewing coffee. It's the middle button on the chrome panel, and the button to its right will automatically make 2 of the single cups. This is great for entertaining. Steam portion sets the duration of steaming. You can steam up to 60 seconds before the F9 stops automatically. You can continue steaming by pushing the steam button again. The water portion function sets the amount of hot water that's dispensed with a single touch of the water button on the left above the frother. This is great for tea or for portioning water for Americano coffee. You'll need to set the time if you want your machine to come on automatically at the preset time each morning. And here's where you set the automatic on time. The next function lets you decide how many hours after last use your machine should wait before shutting off automatically. You can even see how many cups your machine has made. And finally, you can set your F9 to any of 6 languages. The instruction manual explains in detail how to change each function. Here, we will show you a few examples. Let's change the cup size. Push the P button and touch the red arrows until you reach Water quantity. Press Start to confirm that you'd like to make changes to the current water quantity settings. The F9 displays Select Product. We select the middle cup, which is called Coffee. The display shows coffee and the size of the cup in milliliters, ml. By the way, 30 milliliters equals 1 ounce. Press Start to accept that this is the middle or coffee cup that we'd like to change. Using the arrows, we can increase or decrease this number. We've increased the cup size to 180 milliliters. This is exactly 6 ounces. Again, we touch the Start symbol to accept the new cup size. If you press the Start button again, you can select one of the other cup symbols, for instance the espresso cup, and change that size too. Let's try it again. This time we'll increase the volume of coffee in the espresso cup. We've increased the volume to 60 milliliters. Touch Start again to confirm the new cup size. Now press the P button. The red arrows will turn off. The display will read Select Product. This setting indicates that the machine is back in the coffee-making mode. With our new setting, each time the espresso symbol is selected, 60 milliliters, or 2 ounces, will be brewed into your cup. When you brew coffee, you always select one of the 3 bean symbols: mild, normal, strong. The aroma programming function lets you put those 3 options on 2 different levels: aroma standard or aroma strong. In aroma strong, the F9 grinds 25% more coffee for each selection than in aroma standard. To change the aroma function, press the P button and advance to the aroma setting. Press the Start symbol and then the arrow button to alternate between standard and strong. Press the Start button again to confirm. Now press the P button again to exit the programming process and to return to the Select Product readout. Let's take a quick moment to install and activate the Claris water filter. Remove the Claris filter from the bag and push it tightly into place and return the water tank to the machine. Make sure the water tank is full. Then place a large container under the frother. Push the P button. Filter No is the first programmable function. Press Start and the arrow keys to change the display to Filter Yes. Again, press Start to accept the change. Your F9 will read Insert Filter and then Water Portion. We've already inserted the filter and now need to press the Water Portion button to begin rinsing water through the filter. The control panel will read Filter Rinsing. For the next couple of minutes, water will run through the frothing nozzle. Your F9 will stop automatically once the filter has completely rinsed. Using a Claris cartridge improves your water quality by taking out calcium, chlorine, and other unwanted elements just before brewing. It also makes decalcifying the F9 obsolete. The machine will tell you when it's time to replace the filter. When the filter has completely rinsed, your machine will again heat up. Within seconds, you'll be ready to brew perfect coffee. A smart memo chip in the F9 monitors all functions to keep the machine in good working order, and its display reminds you when it's time to clean the machine. It also automatically monitors the water tank and the used coffee grounds. When the display reads Fill Water Tank, refill the water tank. Don't worry about the tank running completely dry. It will always keep a reserve of approximately 6 ounces of water. After 16 cups of coffee, your F9 will automatically prompt you to empty the grounds. The overflow tray, along with the used grounds container, slide out easily and can be emptied and rinsed with warm water. Simply replace the tray and your machine is ready again. The Impressa F9 makes your coffees the way you want them. It's the smartest, most user-friendly, fully automated espresso machine coffee center available. It's the perfect system, perfect taste. Should you have any further questions regarding your F9's use and care, please see your local Jura Impressa dealer or contact our customer service department at 1-800-220-5701 or ask your questions online at contact@capresso.com. You can also visit our website for additional product information. We are at www.capresso.com.